Previously on Simselor. Rowen sat down one-on-one with each of the women, hoping to find real connection. There were flirty moments, emotional heart-to-hearts, and even a few awkward silences. But in the end, only 6 roses were handed out, and Alicia was sent home in the first rose ceremony. Now, it's time to turn up the heat and maybe spill a little paint. The ladies break into 2 groups for their very first group dates. First up, paint and sip. Will creativity lead to chemistry or catastrophe? Daniela is hoping this date gives her a chance to redeem herself after their awkward meme conversation. She wants to show Rowen her more genuine, relaxed side. Okay, I can already tell this masterpiece is going straight on my fridge. No one judge me, she says to the group with a smile. Casey is quietly savoring this moment. She loves any opportunity to do something calm and creative. She hopes Rowen notices the little details in her painting and in her personality. Glancing over at Rowen, she smiles. This is actually really soothing. I haven't painted like this in forever. Willow is just having fun. She's not worried about being perfect. She's hoping to stand out by keeping the vibe light and playful. Is it bad that I'm giving my tree purple leaves? I swear there's artistic vision in here somewhere, she bellows. Rowen is trying his best to focus on painting, but he's really watching how the girls interact. He's drawn to their different energies and hopes this date helps him feel clarity about his connections. Grinning at the girls, he says, "Honestly, I feel like we're about to start an abstract art movement right here." The 4 of them gathered around the table, wine glasses in hand and smudges of paint still on their fingers. Conversation bubbled lightly until Willow decided to jump in. "You know," she said suddenly, twirling her glass with a grin, "I once trained myself to breathe through my eyes for like 5 minutes straight. Not to brag, but it changed how I see the world." Dead silence. Daniela blinked. What does that even mean? She gave a tight, polite smile and took a very long sip of wine. Casey tilted her head slightly. Is that even medically possible? She pressed her lips together and cringed, not even hiding her judgment. Rowen stared at Willow, trying to process what had just been said. Wow, he finally managed. That's really unique. Willow beamed, completely unbothered. Yeah, I feel like people don't explore the full capacity of their faces, you know? Rowen gave a slow nod, the corners of his mouth twitching as he tried not to laugh or panic. As the afternoon wore on and the conversations continued, Willow decided to pull Rowen aside for a private chat. "Hey," she said softly, tapping his arm. "Mind if I steal you for a second?" He nodded, always open to getting to know each of the girls a little more, and followed her to a quieter corner of the lovely establishment they were at. Willow tucked a strand of hair behind her ear and looked up at him with wide eyes. "I just feel like there's something between us. Like a vibe, don't you think?" Rowen smiled politely. "I mean, we've had some fun today." Encouraged, she took a step closer, her voice dropping. "So, what if I kissed you right now? Cowboy?" She then leaned in and attempted to be bold and steal a kiss. That did it. Rowen's expression shifted, gentle, but clear. "Willow, you're great, really, but I don't think we're on the same page currently." There was an awkward pause, long enough to make even the nearby crickets feel uncomfortable. Then Willow gave a tight nod. "Cool. Yeah. Totally get it," she said with a strained laugh. "No big deal." She turned back toward the group a little too quickly, leaving Rowen standing there, unsure if he'd just dodged a bullet or fired one. Casey gave Willow a sympathetic smile, then turned her attention to Rowen, who was lingering near the edge of the room with a thoughtful expression. Casey stood, brushing her hands against her jeans. "Mind if I grab you for a second?" Rowen gave her a grateful smile. "Please do." I saw what happened," Casey began gently. "You okay?" Rowen exhaled with a small chuckle. "Yeah, just not always easy, you know. I don't like hurting people's feelings." They ended up talking easily about their families, their childhood homes, their favorite hikes, and the silly things they did as kids. Laughter bubbled up naturally between them, the conversation flowing effortlessly, like they had known each other for years. It was one of those moments when time didn't seem to exist, just the two of them in the here and now. As the conversation began to wind down, Casey reached out with a warm smile. "I'm really glad we got to talk." Rowen gave her a soft smile in return. "Yeah, me too." He stood to walk her back to the group, but Casey lingered for just a moment longer. She reached out, drawing him into a hug. It felt natural, easy, just two people who understood each other. When they pulled back, their eyes met, and something shifted. There was a connection in the air, something unspoken yet undeniable. Without another word, Rowen leaned in, and they shared a kiss. Soft at first, then deepening as they both relaxed into it. The world outside of that kiss faded, and for a moment, nothing else mattered. When they finally broke apart, both were smiling, but it was a smile with something more. Rowen grinned, running a hand through his hair. "Wow." Casey's cheeks flushed a little, her eyes bright with amusement. "Yeah, wow." And for good measure, she leaned in and kissed him again. Across the room, the soft kiss between Rowen and Casey did not go unnoticed. Daniela sat frozen in her seat. Her brows were furrowed deeply, lips pressed into a sharp frown as she stared at the couple across the room. There was no mistaking the spark between them, and no denying the kiss they had just shared. Jealousy hit her like a wave. Okay, what the actual hell?" she hissed under her breath, eyes wide as she turned to Willow. "They're kissing already. Seriously? We're literally on the first group date." Willow didn't respond. She didn't have to. Daniela's voice rose just enough to draw a glance from one of the producers off screen. "This is bad. Like, I need to regroup bad. I didn't come here to be a background character." Daniela marched over and wordlessly tugged Rowen toward a sofa tucked in the corner. He followed, eyebrows raised. She sat down, arms crossed. "So, the kiss? With Casey?" Rowen sighed, settling beside her. "Yeah, it just happened." Daniela gave a tight laugh. "Wow, that was quick. Do you even know her?" "I'm trying to follow what feels right in the moment," he said gently. She stared at him, clearly hurt. "I thought we had something. I didn't think I'd be watching you kiss someone else this early." Rowen leaned in a little. "We do have something, Daniela, but this process, it's messy." Daniela crossed her arms, voice sharp. "If you're into girls who fake being sweet for the cameras, then maybe I've been wasting my time." Rowen's face tightened. "Daniela?" But she cut him off with a scoff. "Come on, she's just trying to win sympathy points." Rowen shook his head, clearly done holding back. "Casey's not fake. She's been kind and honest since day one, and if you can't see that, maybe you're the one trying too hard." Daniela froze, eyes wide. Then, snap. Her hand flew to her mouth in shock, like she hadn't expected him to come back at her that way. Rowen, still calm but firm, added, "I won't stand by while you tear down someone just for being genuine." The room suddenly felt a whole lot quieter. As the tension lingered in the air, Rowen stepped away for a moment of quiet. He let out a deep sigh, his eyes scanning the now empty, paint-stained room. This group date had been a lot. Between awkward moments, unexpected kisses, and harsh confrontations, his mind was spinning. He came here to find love, but no one warned him how complicated that would feel. Still, there's no time to slow down, because up next, the spotlight shifts. That's right, it's time for karaoke night. Joining Rowen on the next group date, Katrina, Phoenix, and Randy. 3 bold women, 1 mic, and a whole new chance to strike a chord. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, I appreciate the support.